The letter reader.
The letter reader. Otso and Noni, season 2, the letter reader. Take 1.
Clapped twice.
I don't understand why we have a double clap.
Clapped twice.
I forgot to say take 1.
Why?
Okay, we're good.
What's happening?
Silent.
Welcome to Wawa and Noni Talk Media. Otso is not here because, she's not. So today we're going to talk about
Today we're talking about the letter reader, and I am with the Wawalicious because Komoto decided that she wants to have a baby.
Obviously, because why not have a baby,
I don't think having babies is a good idea.
I think, yeah.
But it's okay, let's just go to the promo.
Yeah, promo.
Ingane ikhaya nje liyalibona nje liphelele. Yini engekhula ikusekhaya nje la ngane yami. Siyamsukulu wami angisise baba. Ungibhekelele umkhulu incwadi yakhe lapho nizobe usumfundela.
Lo mfana omncane kanje uyakwazi ukufunda incwadi?
Kulamakhasa angaka ngilala nendoda ehonqa okwengulube. Ngiyaxolisa. Sawubona sithando sami. Nkosikazi wami omuhle. Ngiyakhumbula kakhulu. Ngikhumbula umzimba wakho. Eduze kwami. Sungisondeza. Eduze. Ungifudumeza. Ubusuku bonke. Ngizobuya. Ekhaya maduze. Sithando sami. Wait.
Right.
So,
the promo. So based on the trailer, this film looks like an absolute masterpiece visually. I loved the way the trailer enticed us as an audience to actually want to watch it. It was clean images, it was vast. And the content in the trailer was quite interesting. What is your thought on the trailer?
I like the color and the music, so yeah.
Okay.
That's my thought on the trailer.
So was it something that made you want to watch the film?
Yes.
Why did you want to watch the film according to the trailer?
Because of the trailer. So the color, the music, the monologue, the beauty of it all.
Right, so this is when I actually miss Komoto being here. But it is what it is. I have a Wawa. Do you want to give us a synopsis, maybe?
Sure, give me the synopsis.
Wow.
So, our main character, MC, is Sia.
That's your camera.
Which one's my camera? Oh, that's
that one.
my camera. Yeah. So, our main character is Sia. I don't know his surname. They never gave us his surname. So, he's from Johannesburg, Joburg, and he went to KZN to visit his grandmother after his parents were considering a divorce. So his parents left him at his grandmother for quite some time. I think it was like a few months, no, it was a month or so, for like holidays. And his grandmother owns a tuck shop, and he was working at the tuck shop, and he knows how to read. And his grandmother found out that he knows how to read. And then he started reading letters for the local people, the people of the village, because the man of the house or the owner of the tuck shop had passed away, the grandmother's husband.
3 hours later.
And he was the one that knew how to read. So now Sia is an educated human being that knows how to read, is now reading for our village human beings. And then one day he comes across Unobuhle. and he starts reading letters for her. First, it was love at first sight. Mr. Guy has a crush on Nobuhle, so yeah. And Nobuhle is married, and let's keep that very respectable. And her husband is very trash, so yeah. Her husband is very trash, and her husband left for Johannesburg to do work things. The first letter that the husband sent to Nobuhle, Usia read. Did you get it up? Because he was lying in that letter, Usia, because that's not what the husband said. Usia had said that the husband misses the wife and that he is in love and he'll be back soon, which partly was true. He did miss the wife, but he was not coming back, and he had said, let's start our life and live separately, and yeah, because our marriage has ended really well.
I just want to say that that is the longest synopsis I've ever heard
It is a synopsis.
in the history of synopses.
It is what it is.
That was so long, Wawa.
But I'm telling you, Aisha, I'm giving you the synopsis in one go so you know what is happening.
Wow.
Because, I'm catching you up on life.
Okay. What I absolutely loved about The Letter Reader is the shooting style. It's very cinematic. It is very wide. It's very broad. There's definitely good use of the environment and the surroundings, and it paints the picture of the world that Usia is going into. It is rural. It is rural KZN, and I feel that visually they illustrated that beautifully. I feel like I am in the Valley of 1,000 Hills here, and every single time they show different scenes within this village, I feel like they've encompassed rural life, and it didn't feel like it was put on too much. It didn't feel like they were trying too hard. They just did the most. I love it. I mean, look at the shot. Look at it. It's very KZN. The way that he's positioned in the car, the wardrobe, everything. I absolutely loved their shooting and their color palette.
Yeah, their color palette.
What did you love about their color palette?
I loved their blues. Their blues were very, very popping. They were out there. They were very nice.
Okay.
They were very hong, their blues.
Really?
Yeah, they were hong.
Do you feel that they brought the audience into the film through their wardrobe, the car, and whatever?
Yeah.
So tell me more about that.
So color palette. I am still on color palette because once you understand the color, you understand the emotion within the scene and what is going on inside the entire story. So once you get the color palette right, you get everything. Oh, well, not everything, but you get most things right, and you do bring in the audience.
I think that's amazing. I mean, you noticed color palette. It's very earthy. This film is it's incredibly earthy and warm. And I think that's what makes sense about it, because it is a short film, so it immediately puts you in the world. It doesn't take long and drag on in order to put you into this environment. They get to the point and you understand it without too much having to be said. It's really, really amazing. I loved it. I loved it. Another thing I liked about this film is the authenticity. Mm-hmm. They pulled in a lot of authentic, authentic settings. Like everything was very authentic. Their wardrobe was authentic. The suitcases that were being used are authentic. The tuck shop Gogo is very, very authentic. It would happen like that. The community would also be like that. You know, old car, things like, I just think the creators of this understood what they were doing, and I think they understood what picture they were trying to paint by actually doing this film.
Also, like the era they set to this in.
The what? Sorry?
The era, the century, you know, what
Yeah.
was happening. I don't know if it's the 90s or the 80s.
It feels very 80s. It feels very early 80s. You know, I mean, my grandfather had a car like this when I was what?
Your grandfather was out there, hey? Was out there. Your grandfather, screw of the early 80s, huh? Your grandfather, screw. Your grandfather, screw.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else you'd like to add? I would agree that it would be around the 80s because this is very 80s. This wardrobe.
I would also like to add that the Wawalicious Chomi, I don't know her name, her friend out there, which is my favorite character. We don't get to see a lot of her, which is great because it's not about her, but I still like her, you know? She's still involved and her Chomi is out there looking out for her.
What do you like about Nobutle's friend?
Her sassiness. The fact that she's sassy.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Which character do you feel you resonated the most with here? Did you feel that you resonated? I mean, would your age group resonate with this guy being in a village for the first time and being left there? Or
Oh, well, you know, heartbroken because I am in a village and I was just unexpectedly dumped. I would also be very heartbroken. I'd also just be looking around for a crush. You know, guy was lonely, didn't have friends. None are there was his age. So I'd also just look randomly for a crush. You'd be like, oh, love at first sight. Looking. But he was so lonely. Shane was lonely. Shane. It was sad.
I loved the character of Ugogo. A lot about her reminds me of my own grandmother. Very, very similar in the way, in her optimism and the way she keeps things together. I also like that. And it falls back to the authenticity of the film. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. He's struggling.
Yvel, pushing P. He's pushing P.
No, he's literally got a wheelbarrow to go get water from the...
He's gonna drop the water.
Yeah, so why would you say P?
No, not urine, mommy. The letter P. Pushing P. The letter P.
What does that even mean?
It's a song. You see, even I got your nose. You're pushing P. You're pushing. You're not pushing urine. No, that's disgusting.
Oh my God, I just thought that you were saying that he was pushing
no,
urine.
That's disgusting. You know, yes. Here's my
You're supposed
favorite
to be with the
character.
baby and Komodo right now. I don't know why you're talking.
I'm here recording.
Anyway, I love these. Actually, there's so many scenes I loved from this film.
Yeah.
I love this scene. Is this a friend you like?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about this film reminds me of that Lileti Kumalo film. You're too young to even to know about it, where she lost her husband. And what was it called again? Yesterday. A lot about this film reminds me of Yesterday. Very poignant, very powerful imagery, and the imagery paints a picture. It's not just about the script. It's about the whole environment and everything that they are doing. And I absolutely love how they used their color, how they used their palette, and how they chose their actors. However,
Ima, before you get to the bad stuff, I'd also just like to say that the whole movie was in Zulu. Only like 10% of it, about 0.1% of it was in English. Is when Gogo found out he could read. See, this part is in English because it has no subtitles. But the rest of it is in Zulu. Yeah, so be proud. Because, you know, a lot of films, they say they want to stick to a language or they decide to stick to a language and then they add a lot of English into their dialect instead of sticking to the dialogue. Yeah. Yeah, I go fixing my grammar.
what are the not so great stuff according to you?
They did not tell us enough about the parents. What was happening? Did they go and resonate each other? Did they serenade? Did they go and fix each other's lives? What happened? You know? We don't know. They just, I'm gonna divorce you. God was like, don't divorce your husband. You're gonna like traumatize your child at an early age. They left the child there and they came back and they picked the child up. What happened? You know?
That's a valid point. So there is no, we don't know what happened. There's no conclusion to.
Because they just came back happy. They were just happy, you know? Who knows? What if they're not your parents? What if they're aliens, my guy? When you're busy out having crushes, what if it's an alien? Imagine. Mabel, what if it's an alien? I'm serious.
Okay.
I'm not playing games.
Anything else?
Oh, yeah. Women's. Yeah, it's the trashy one is women's. Yes, let me check. Yeah, the trash one is women's. Men's. We don't know what Menzies' goal in life was, why he left. We understand he was going to get a job. What job? Why did
It's probably the mines.
Yeah,
If he's gone to Joburg.
yeah, but like, why would you decide to live a separate life if you're mining, knowing that you're going to come back? He didn't know he was going to come back. God, you left your wife. Then you came back, you know, wifey. You're like your wife didn't know what was happening.
Do you feel that they didn't build his backstory enough?
Yeah, they didn't build his backstory.
Do you think that the film needed a build-up of his backstory?
Not really, but we would like to know what his life plan was. Were you gonna go to Joburg, start a new life there and then bring your girl, or you gonna start building and then come back and visit and then go back to Joburg to work? What was the situation, you know?
No, that's a valid point.
I know.
That's I would be great if it came back.
I don't know why you're looking at me like that. I'm your offspring. You gave birth to me. You were once my incubator. Continue with your bad stuff because clearly when I hate.
Sister Kuzwayo, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But we have been coming across Sister Kuzwayo a whole lot. Like, guys,
everywhere.
He's everywhere, hey?
It's not a bad thing. Oh,
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing, but wow.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. So kudos to him, obviously, for landing these roles. But
Are there
no other child actors?
Are they finished? Or are they just trashy? Maybe they're just trashy. Maybe he's doing something that is not trashy. Maybe
Which is what? Having an amazing agent.
yeah, and also knowing how to act, you know. I don't know. I couldn't tell if he's a great actor or a terrible actor, but he knows how to act. And then you have other people thinking that they know how to act, but they don't know how to act.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So much spice.
Like, I'm bad. You're not serious. I don't know how to act. I would never claim that I know how to act. You know, and then other people like, I'm going to be an actor. You can't act. Go to acting classes. So, yeah, he's everywhere. Everywhere. Where you turn, he is there. He's so much everywhere that we're seeing him grow up.
Yes,
everywhere.
actually,
We're
we are
seeing him
watching the transition from him being a very small child to now he's a teenager. He's a teenager now. Well, I saw him at NSA the other day. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's one thing. It cuts weirdly, this movie. It
What
had
do you mean
weird
cut?
cuts. So, I know it's supposed to be a short film, like short films are supposed to be short. But there was a moment where it cut in the weirdest place. It did not make sense. Because he was writing his last letter pretending to be the husband. And
I
then,
remember that part.
And then it cut suddenly. We're like, okay, so did a day pass? How much time passed? I just need to know how much time passed. Because now you're suddenly returning. Was it a week? Was it the day before you left? Did you know you were going to leave? So, like, I need to know. Also, if you knew you were going to leave, how did you know? Because how did you know you were going to leave?
Wawa has an ask, guys.
How
Wawa
did you know?
has an ask.
How did you know?
With the P. What?
You're pushing P. It basically means you're hustling. Yeah. Gang.
That feels very not I love you.
It's gang. It is I love you, but it's
No,
also
I
rock
love
on.
you is this. Anyway, so all in all, what would you rate this film?
Didn't you say I have bad stuff in?
That's what I said.
So in all, it was a great, phenomenal film. So I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Because I do love the film. I enjoyed the film. The fact that it was a short film made me enjoy the film because honestly, I do not do long movies because they never get to the point. They never. And then there's those movies that build up so much that they never get to finish the movie. But they finish the movie. They don't get to the point.
So you're giving it 10 out of 10?
Because it got to the point.
I would honestly give this film a solid 10. There's a lot that I'm happy with. It kept me engaged. And it was a short film that was short and it got to the point. And it just went in and out and it left me with an amazing feeling and I got the point. The whole point of the film is the letter reader. And it is about the letter reader. It's about this boy who comes into the community, who reads letters, and then he leaves the community. So
hopefully there's a sequel, because if there's a sequel, can it not be a trash one? Because I would actually like to see how this goes on. And can it also be a short film? Because I would enjoy another short film that is 29 minutes, not even 30. Didn't get to 30. Proud of you guys. 29 minutes.
And that is how we come to the end of the episode.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I'm your honored guest, Wawa. Auntie Komuto should stop having offsprings because it's really not a great idea, because I had to watch stuff and actually write notes and be a constructive human being and do constructive human being things, and I'm honestly hurt. I would just like to say you'll be hearing from a lawyer. You'll be hearing from a lawyer about this.
I would like us to end this now. Subscribe.
With notification bells, like, comment, pushing P.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're so welcome that I appeared. Everybody's welcome.
Komuto has to come back.